Hi guys, I'm here again today to talk on the topic that says, did you get the message? The concept of hearing the message that God sends to the world is a fundamental aspect of Christianity, John 10:27, Romans 10:17, etc. But our responsibility to hear is not just limited to hearing what God says. Sometimes, our responsibility is to hear one another, and that is nowhere more true than in the area of forgiveness. 22-year-old Abby told her pastor that she was having a hard time forgiving her boyfriend, Michael, for something he had done. I've talked it over with him, Abby stressed, but he hasn't said he is sorry. After discussing the situation together, the pastor helped Abby to see that Michael may not have used the word sorry, but that he clearly regretted his mistake. Fortunately for Abby, her pastor understood that people do not always apologize or express regret in the same way. Abby, and many of us, can make the mistake of feeling that a friend, mate, co-worker or anyone else has not really shown remorse or asked for forgiveness if they have not done it in a way we were expecting or hoping. In fact, our idea of what qualifies as asking forgiveness can sometimes hinder us from hearing the message when someone is, in fact, trying to make amends. The more badly we feel we have been wronged, the more difficult it is sometimes to see when people are sorry. Individuals who have hurt us may even apologize, yet their "I'm sorry" seems too simple and disproportionate to the pain they may have caused us. But we should remember that there is no pre-approved script for asking forgiveness. Imperfect messages. The biblical example of Joseph comes to mind in this situation. After he had been sold into slavery in Egypt by his brothers, but had gained a high position there, Joseph eventually received a message from his brothers that their father had given them. "I ask you to forgive your brothers the sins and the wrongs they committed in treating you so badly. Now please forgive the sins of the servants of the God of your father." When their message came to him, Joseph wept. Genesis 50:17. Joseph's response to his brothers' sorrow was exemplary. He not only verbally forgave them, but also showed by his actions that his forgiveness was sincere. Genesis 50:21. But think about the message Joseph heard and how he could have reacted. Joseph could easily have felt, "How come my brothers don't say they are sorry directly? They do it to our father? How come they don't mention my coat that they wrecked? Do they think that wasn't important to me? What about the fact I could have died in slavery? Do they think treating me badly really covers it?" In other words, if we look closely, the message Joseph heard from his brothers was far from perfect. Yet Joseph heard the message and forgave. Sometimes we need to do that as well, without preconceived ideas of what the message should be. Otherwise, there will always be a danger that if we don't hear the exact words we are looking for, we may not get the message that is there, especially because human anger and disappointment can render us temporarily deaf to such messages of remorse. Learning to listen sometimes it takes careful listening and digging deeper into the signals people are sending in order to hear the message that is there. Some people are not as good with words as others. But if we are listening and we sense that someone is trying to make amends for a problem that has come up, we can always ask if that is what the other person intends. But we should never presume that there is no message just because we are not hearing it loudly enough to meet our own expectations. And it is vital that we do get the message in such circumstances. Ultimately, forgiveness is a part of the love to which we are called in this life. As the Apostle John wrote, "For this is the message you heard from the beginning, we should love one another." 1 John 3:11. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to help us do more. God bless you.